All right. Welcome into the AM, folks. And black screen. Let me see. Let's see. What do we have? Do we have a picture? There it is. Perfect. So, welcome, denizens of the night, or if you're watching a VOD, denizen of whatever time it is. So, I promised tonight I would show off my Isabella von Carstein Strat. Emphasis on the E's. So, I think my favorite vampire lord is Vlad, but in order to properly enjoy Vlad, you really need to play Isabella as your starting lord. Because you get Vlad for free in like 3 turns or something. Oh, wait a second. This is ugly Vlad. See if I can fix that. It's been... Yeah, I'll fix that. I'll put on the be right back thing because I'm going to close the game. There's a mod that fixes his ugly ass face. Let me see if that mod still runs, because the game has been updated several times, so it might not. I was like skimming through the mods that I had active, and there was a couple like graphical ones, like one for the Lamian vampire. I just forgot about that one. I wonder how hard it is to find in the list. Oh, it's right there. Okay. Okay. Let's see. It's been so long since I played without the face fixed Vlad. And yeah, I prefer it. I think when the third game finally gets their Immortal Empires thing, the modding scene might not be quite so vibrant, so... Oh. Okay, let's see. So I might have to play for a while when that happens, without my beautiful nose on Vlad. Man, it's been a while since I've watched this intro. Yeah, I like the design of a lot of units in 40k, or not 40k, in Warhammer Fantasy. I like the witch elves. I think it's a shame that having female units with like revealing clothing is just like forbidden for some reason. So I find it looks pretty cool. And like, I don't know, there's a certain degree of like this idea where characters shouldn't look too muscular, or it's like, you know, bad or something. Like you can't connect with a character that's like ridiculously muscular, but that's kind of the beauty of fantasy is you can kind of imagine yourself playing any kind of character. Well, I guess to an extent, like, yeah. So that annoys me when he gets shot in the chest and it just goes straight through the armor. Maybe elves just like build their armor out of shiny aluminum because they're idiots, but really, armor should work. But obviously, I guess if like plate mail worked like it does when people test it, you're just not gonna get anything to happen in a battle. So anyway, let's get into it. New campaign. Immortal Empires. Soon the Immortal Empires will be coming out. That'll be cool. Ah, look at handsome Vlad. Anyway. So, the strat is to use Isabella because she has the extra bonuses for embedded vampire heroes. So, across her whole faction, for every lord, embedded vampire heroes are going to have extra damage, and there's going to be higher capacity. But in her army itself, they get a plus 10 melee defense and melee attack, which makes them into like really, really solid infantry units. If you pick Vlad, you get an extra 10% movement range, which is pretty nice, but it just doesn't quite equate to the extra damage. So like I played a campaign with Vlad and had her do her Vam Bitches strategy, and it was fine, but not it's not quite as like extreme as like, 'cause when you start out, the vampire chicks are very strong if you start with Isabella. So I usually play on hard. Chaos Invasion is currently off. Yeah, let's turn it on. Whatever. It's not going to be in the next game, so I guess I should enjoy it. It's kind of, depending on what kind of campaign you want to do. Like, if you want to go south, the Chaos Invasion really just, like, ruins every campaign. Because you're required for the first, like, 100 turns or something to get ready for Chaos, and then have this big push north to beat Chaos. And then you're kind of, like, you have all this territory up north, so then it makes every campaign kind of flow similarly. But if you wanted to go south and mess up some orcs, you'd want Chaos Invasion off. Now that I'm talking about it, I'm kind of like, well, maybe I want Chaos Invasion to be off. You know what? Chaos Invasion's going off. I talked myself out of it. I'm going to go get that Black Pyramid of Nagash. That's what I'll do. Maybe. Yeah, we'll see. But at least with it off, I have some options. Let you guys convince me what horrible adventure to go on. Also, I don't like this loading screen. I wish there was... I'm confused by what this is supposed to be. I wasn't sure if the guy on the right was supposed to be like... what's his name? The bald vampire guy? But, I was so confused by it when I first started playing. It's like... Is he supposed to be the vampire guy you're playing as? Is he his generic vampire lord? Then it's like, is this an ambush? Seems like it's an ambush. But then, like, I guess they're just discovering the Terrorgeist or Fargeist, maybe? Whatever that's supposed to be. I think we can probably skip that. Manfred. I should mentioning Manfred. Alright. Okay, it's been a while since I played this. Let's see what we rolled. Manuel Posner and Posner. Oh, what's the other one? It's always the same two names. Manuel Posner. Remember. That's right, Melissa Ratep. I always thought that was weird how her name is sort of sounds Egyptian, but there's this kind of bias with ancient things. Oh, nice. Dread Incarnate, and then what do we get on Melissa? Oh, nice. Okay, so it's like two usable traits. Let's make sure we save. Oh man, the UI seems really close. Is it? Maybe I'm just... Get out of here. This seems so big. I don't know. And I'm playing on a giant fucking TV, so... Alright. So. What is this strat? Sounds bad. So I've noticed getting shit on, not good. It's probably good to build walls. Maybe. This is completely useless here, because I'm not really going to go for these bat dudes. I don't think. So let's see. Need comes next turn. Okay, I'll take 3. Alright, so I think I move her. And then, like, I guess that. And then I garrison these ladies. So I could recruit stuff. But probably not in that. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's so weird. I don't remember downloading the Ogre Mercenaries DLC. I remember thinking ogres are dumb. Huh. So maybe getting a bunch of Vargeists. Oh, what was I calling the thing before? Called it a Vargeist, but it's not. It's a... Oh, I can't even see because it's... I don't even know. I don't have anything that... Yeah, I don't have any... I was going to figure out what the bird thing is called, but I can't. Yeah, that just doesn't show it. The, well, not bird thing, bat thing. Giant bat. Vargulf is the one on the ground. And I like those, but not... The flying one is... still good. I've gone like 50-50 Vargulfs and whatever those things are called. Not Terrorgeist, because that's the vampire version. Let's grab one of these. Let's see. So I guess the farm thing is what I want, right? Man, vampire economy sucks so much dick. I need 6 turns for this to be paid back. So ridiculous. I can't recruit. Okay. Ah, research, that's right. Okay, so normally you want to go straight to this. Because then you can just have a gazillion lords with shitty trash armies, have it cost you basically nothing, and take over the world with trash armies. Very good strategy. Not knocking it all. I do love my skeleton hordes, but I think I might not want to. This tech tree sucks, because I really, really love Vargulfs, and this is like such a minimal upgrade for them. Oh, is it really Terrorgeists? I thought they were called something else. Yeah, it's such a minimal upgrade. You get it like way late into the game. Guess they could use extra armor. I don't know. Some like speed or vigor would be nice. They are taking away their ability to regenerate, which is so gay. I remember being able to use them. Yeah, I mean my favorite thing to do with them is to throw them into battle and then like drag them out like really quick and cycle them like over and over again. But oh fuck it, I guess I'll spend it. Maybe the public order will be useful. No. Oh right, I gotta pick my research. Sorry, it's been so long since I've played. I'm like quite slow. This is just giving resources, right? Yeah, resources, some like hero stuff. I always go for this one, but I think in this case, since I'm specifically showing off the vampire strats, I'll get this tree. Get some extra. There's a repression building. Repression. Okay, so the standard resource generating thing would get an extra 15%. That's so rough. Right. Get Vlad next turn. So the play essentially is to instantly take Castle Drakenhof. Like, just fight a very hard battle and win. And, you know, that's the strat, is win. Now, I guess the question is it worth recruiting? Not really, right? I was gonna say, is it worth recruiting stuff with Vlad just to have more stuff? Well, really, I recruit with her because just to make it easier. Because she's gonna stay there for 2 turns while he moves up and then moves further. But I feel like maybe it's doable without it, and if it's not, that's okay too. Yeah. The starts are a little bit bumpy. So I'm not sure if I can actually win. I'm not actually sure if I can win that first fight. I think I can. Just by playing it out and being smart, but... So, I could grab some stuff. No, it's not worth it because it would take me out of my stance anyway, so it might slow me down. Ah, maybe I'll recruit some Skelly Boys. Kind of feeling like it's not worth recruiting Skelly Boys, though. He should probably have the army, because he has Vanguard deployment. Yeah, I kind of feel like it's all trash. I should just win with Vlad. Just lots of pauses. Lots of pauses, lots of micro, and... yeah. Hey! Hey, now. Did you play this game? No, non-aggression pact. I'm coming for your booty. Can I sign any treaties with anybody? Well, I can't sign it with you. I want your shit, right? But... I don't know. The Moot? I like humans. I am known to be human. Alright. Ah, shit. Is he, like, just slightly... He is. So I think... it's better to do that, right? Let's make a fat quick save. And then do it, yeah. I want their souls. Yeah. So he has siege attacker, so he doesn't have to wait for siege weapons to be built. Which is very nice when you want to pull one of these scummy little attacks off. So yeah. Let's see how this goes. Just the starting army, Vlad and Isabella. Can we do it? Maybe. Yeah, so this is Total War in the Warhammer fantasy universe, which is pretty cool. It's not like the greatest, bestest thing ever. This is just one of those things where, like, it's fine and they've made a ton of content for it. So... and the concept of the vampire counts I've always thought is very cool. Concept of Bretonia, the vampire counts, very cool. Concept of the Empire, also very cool. So, I don't know, we'll do like that. Do that. And then, like, you know, whatever. And then Vlad. So we're obviously going to get a lot of stuff positioned over here, but they have no archers, so there's really no reason not just to send the batties, like, in. Have them go on an attack. What's nice about this game is you can really zoom in and see a lot of detail on, like, all the units, and even if you play most of the game zoomed out, it still feels cool knowing that there is a thing you can look at that's actually happening. It doesn't just feel like numbers on a spreadsheet. So I figured this one will just trip on the other units, so just send it in its own little route. I'm so excited to get my vampire ladies. It's my favorite. This strategy is honestly just the best. So... yeah. I don't know, like, tactically what the fuck I'm supposed to do with these bad things. But... catching out a unit alone seems smart, right? So maybe do that. Although they could just send their batties onto me, and then it'd be basically moot point because we have like the same amount, so it'll just die. So maybe try to catch these ones out because they're closer or further from their guys. It's a lot of high damage versus high damage, and they don't have any caster, so if I can get them to crumble, another charge in. Yeah. Alright, pull everybody off. You know what? Do another charge. Let's get it done. As long as you're there before the Graveguard get in. Should be fine, right? Yeah. This is fine. Alright, and then there's no purpose in staying in the fight all the way to the end because the enemy, if you're fighting vampires, the enemy is going to disintegrate, so you know. Alright, everybody in the air. Wonderful. Oh, cool. Gate's already broken. So let's go ahead and grab Vlad. Throw on, well, I guess. Have them attack first. But using this to lower melee attack will cause them to just not hit, right? Because their melee attack is 26. So like any melee defense is going to make them hit so rarely, it'll just be like a mess. Then plus the poison from these guys will add another whatever this is. Yeah, so just like less damage if they do hit. And this is like the high threat unit because they're, you know, the elite vampire guys. Now, I don't know if there's anything like weak I could have the batties go pounce on. Probably not though. Not for free, right? So I have a bunch of magic. I feel like I have enough of it that I could kind of spend some on these Vargeists and have it be a good investment. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? What are we doing with like... What's this over here? They're pretty isolated. Maybe just do that. See how that goes. And you have another one of these. Maybe there's someone else in here I can target. So they're in melee, right? They're not just like adjacent to melee. They're kinda in there. They're fighting the ghouls anyway. So, but the crypt ghouls are like really in there. You are not in melee, are you? Put you in your own party and see if we can't fight these guys. Let's see what we got. Yeah. What's the, was it F11? F10? Options. Controls. How do I hide UI? Is what I'm looking for. Toggle UI is K, or whatever fucking reason. There we go. What a kick. There we go. Come on, Vlad. Poke. Yeah! So, my UI back so I can see health bars. Oh, right. I was attacking that thing. So, really, once you've kind of gotten them to start crumbling, they will disintegrate if you just leave them. So... it's probably worth doing. Although it's like too late to get any benefit from that. Finally, the first damage that Vlad has taken. That's how you know when it says Lord is under attack. Isabella. So I think maybe it's worth... they could get stuck, of course. But it might be worth charging them into the back. Maybe? And then just immediately pulling them out. If they don't get stuck, that, like, extra damage, like, in the charge is kind of gonna be worth it. So this one guy is stuck, right? So they're a flying unit, so maybe he can get enough distance to start flying. He just needs to walk a certain distance and then he can fly again. But yeah. So if you just get them to crumble... and charges have that sort of extra spooky effect. So yeah, now they're crumbling. And who's dangerous? These guys are dangerous. So make them not dangerous for a bit. So getting the crumbling to happen, they're just going to be dropping, like from a dot, they're just going to start losing health. So it's not worth risking the health of stuff if you can help it. Like if you can get them to come out. This one's the troublemaker. They just need to walk a certain distance and they can just take off. Doesn't even have to be in a straight line. It's just like... charge in again. So, yeah. What's going on with this gate? Yeah. Hers is up now. I should always kind of have this active on something. I guess these guys are the most in their face. So once they're into an engagement for a while, the Graveguard are going to realize that they are winning, and they're going to stop crumbling. So you can't just like have them fight straight up. You have to kind of be sneaky. See if I can get them to get spooked. So they're kind of just laid out there ready for a charge. Oh, Vlad is not fighting somehow? Enemy gates are destroyed. I don't know what to do here. Like, do I have the... I mean, they're not going to do well if they just charge in, right? I could have the bats go on one side and... I don't know. Seems a bit sketch. You need to fight too. You're not in melee either. Yeah, crypt ghouls. Rough stuffs. Let's see if I can get the Graveguard here to route. Because they are fighting Vlad, so they're going to have like that extra Vlad spookage going on. What's this called? Oh, it's not that much. It's only 4. Maybe I can get these guys just swarmed. Oh wow, they start fighting the vampire chicks for a little bit, and it was pretty good. So maybe flanking, push them over the edge a little bit. Yeah, so this is not gonna go super well because they're in. Are they in melee losing decisively? Is that true? Are they gonna start winning once they start fighting these big oafish bat guys? How the like stats work in this game are very strange. So it's just weird to think like a unit with like high attack that's like a whole group of people would somehow not be vulnerable to just getting hit. But okay, so this looks like we've won at the gate there. I wonder what cycle charging looks like dead into the face of Graveguard. Oh, can you go back? Can you retreat? Yeah, that did dick all. That I just saw the health bar tick down a little bit on my guys. Not barely in effect. They just basically exist to kind of distract. Alright, so I got tons of magic, so it's like worth using some. It feels so bad to cast spells without the like spell discount upgrade. But what is this? Oh, they give you the numbers now. They say exactly how much it is. 864. So what's your health? No, that would be too much for you. Oh, they chased them out? I didn't think that was a thing. Okay. So, yeah. That like one horse guy dug into the unit. I guess that's just like he's just dead. I don't really see how you can get out of there. So it makes sense to wait for these guys to rest because there's so much time in the battle. I remember seeing someone win with Britannia in the final battle against Chaos with the general only doing the impossible to stay alive, defeat the last enemies. Yeah, I could see it. Bretonian lords are pretty tough. It's different than Empire lords where like it always feels like you're just commanding some nobody Empire general unless you have Karl Franz. Whereas like Bretonian lords are pretty tough, especially like Lewin. I think he's like somehow just like if you get his like special items, he's just not super duper killable. So alright, now they're all animated? Cool. So let's have you guys walk, not run. And maybe bring some batties over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, ah, ah. And I guess if you're just gonna let him in the door, we'll just go there. Have the vampires attack from the front. Have the these guys get ready to charge the rear. And they're still gonna hold the square, so that's cool. Should have just left it on like regular play. Hello. What's the problem? There we go. They're not faster, are they? 27? You're not getting faster than the bats, so why don't we pin you down, make you stay and fight. Oh, and then you guys, go over here without getting aggro? Maybe. Looks like they're not coming. Do another one of those. Keep them from doing anything too nasty. And here comes the rear charge. Let's tune in to the unit camera for the Let's get. Oh, can I? I guess. Okay. All right. Take away the UI and let it go. Hey, take me with you. Oh. I'm just here. This is the unit camera? Wait, what unit? Am I in the bats? How did I end up following the bats? Hey, get me out of this. This is cinematography, 0 out of 10. Oh, they're all dead. Well, that's cool. You didn't take any new damage. That's impressive. Okay. Yeah, so normally I'd send in the crypt ghouls to get charged, but there are no crypt ghouls, so I guess it's going to be the Black Knights are going to play infantry. Because I don't really want the lords to take the charge, if that makes sense. Kind of seems stupid. And I don't want the bats to fight, because then they would just super high damage or super high damage as everybody dies. And they would have to fight in the air. They couldn't land. So. The funny thing is that Karl Franz had a flying mount at the moment. I think it's Karl with a K because it's German. Yaman. Flying mount at the moment. Seems you don't have a unit on the floor fighting. Game puts a timer on you. Oh, yeah. The automatic flying thing. The other tricky thing with a lord that has a flying mount, which makes him really bad, is if the enemy lord has a flying mount and they don't have very strong archers, you can send a shit ton of bats to murder the enemy lord and they can't stop you. Because no one can come in to help the enemy lord because they can't fly, and there's no button that lets you land. You have to be attacking something. So if there's one unit fighting the flying lord and everyone else runs away, and then that enemy dies, you lose. Because the timer is going to trigger and everything, so. Wow, even slow-mo bats are very fast. I think it doesn't matter how fast the cavalry goes, because I kind of want everything to die in this battle. I don't really want any units besides just Vlad, for the most part. Once Vlad gets a few more upgrades, he's kind of all I need. So just dogpile on that unit. Yeah, you guys get in there. And, oh, right. If I could get these scary Vargeists to not do damage, and whatever one I didn't just target to not do damage would be great. So, that one's targeted. Is there another one in that mix that's Vargeists? Maybe not. Maybe they just have... Oh, no. It's over here. This unit of Vargeist would be good. To just not do a ton of damage. Oh, you guys are stupid, aren't you? You gotta get in there. So, it's kind of a problem if your whole army gets wiped out, just because the morale will start to drop of your lords, and then they will get in trouble. Even though they're so strong, they couldn't possibly be worried about any of this. So at some point, you get much better spell upgrade. Oh, there we go. Win. Oh, shit. I'm winning. Oh, fuck. So, yeah. You get better spell. The reason I was saying shit at the end is because I could have healed at the end of the battle to, you know, give them more health for the next battle. But there's no time after it's declared you win, there's no time when you're fighting vampires because they just disintegrate and automatically pops up that screen. There's no time for you to cast healing spells after that. I think the third game does something about that, but I don't remember. I'm not quite sure. So also, as you get more upgrade, you'll see the skill trees in a second, but as you get more upgrades for healing spells, it gets so much more worth it to cast spells, because like one of the upgrades is your whole army gets a tiny trickle of health when you cast like random spells. And I guess Pyrrhic victory. I like watched a video on the Pyrrhic War, but I still don't remember all the details. All right, perfect. So, Castle von Drakenhof. We don't need that right now. We probably don't need this right now, but dismantling it sounds crazy. 20 turns? That cannot be correct. The gold mine is going to get me so much more money than this repression building, but God, is it worth it? Is it worth it to dismantle? What does the gold mine give me? Oh my god, that's like the most worth it thing ever. Alright, so I only have 2 building slots, and I need to build the... where is it? This one. This one I need to build. That's the reason I had to take the castle. Yeah. Because it just gives you really strong vampire chicks to fight for you. I'm also demolishing that so I can build some walls. That's never going to be worth it. The vampire economy is so trash. Like, this costs 1,000 to get 100. Or no, it costs 500 to get 100. This is like a rare building, right? This isn't like a normal building. This is like only where you have this symbol can you get the farm or whatever. So the normal building is 1,000, and it gives you 100 a turn. So it takes 10 turns to repay your initial investment. So like the amount of territory you have to have a reasonable economy with vampires is atrocious. But at the same time, your base buildings give you tons of resources compared to others. So this is 320, and I can't see anyone else's because it's so secret. But it's not that much with other factions. So, but other factions like Bretonnia can just build a farm, and it gives you, just starts off at like 250 or something like that, and it costs like, 300 to build. So it's like 1 turn or 2 turns, and you're repaid. Vampires don't have, if they just take a building, if they just take an area, they don't have to build anything to kind of get a decent amount of income from it. But trying to build up an economy is sort of difficult. So what do I do? Kind of feeling like I should just get armor and then melee defense and hang off doing spells for now. So I kind of don't know if the spells are going to be worth it for a little while. But winning in melee is always going to be good. I'm not saying going through the whole tree, because kind of only melee defense is really going to be what makes them not die. Spirit Leech is pretty good, though. I think that's what I usually do. So I go for Spirit Leech on her, and then I have her go melee. I don't know if that's a smart strategy, though, because the pendulum is quite good. So, I don't know. Shadow spells are solid. And this is why I usually, at the start of these games, get rid of this pop-up, because I can't decide. I'm never quite sure. I wish he had leveled up, because I definitely know what I want for these guys. The hunger is nice, but also upgrading this is really solid, just getting it to cost slightly less. Having the ability to target a group, too, is kind of nice. And this, especially. This is the most important. Just that extra, like, trickle across a whole army. I guess it's more important if you're controlling a bunch of skeletons, where 56 hit points could potentially raise a skeleton up. Because this will also resurrect, too. That's the nice thing about vampire healing. When you're doing another faction and, like, a human is dead, no matter how much healing you pour into the unit, the human won't come back to life, but a vampire unit would. So with the previous game and this one, I'm seeing a theme here. Do you like fantasy? Do you like the fantasy necromancy theme? I kind of do, but it's definitely not my favorite thing. But I do like it. I do like it a lot. You know, I'm into heavy metal and stuff, and it's very, you know, I definitely like one of my close friends is much more into necromancy as a theme, and so that for the longest time has kind of made me more, like, sort of feel like I should be more lukewarm about it, like it's not my thing, it's his thing. But at the same time, I am a big fan of it. I think I'm going to be writing a fantasy series at some point, and one of the characters I want to have a necromancer. But the character that I'm more excited to write is actually going to be a character using elemental magic. No, why would I sign that? Yeah. Vladdy Daddy has leveled up. Here we go. So, I think in his case, normally you always just get the fast movement thing, but in his case, probably more important is just having the hunger so he can not die. Yeah. 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 Alright. Sometimes I go so radical that I just disband his whole army besides him, but I don't know if I want to do that. So now that I need, and the gold mine. So this is like a godsend for vampires. 650 for 1,000? Oh my god, gold mines are crazy. Yeah. Now let's slap down a fat quick save. Yeah, and my upcoming fantasy series, my next book is going to be a standalone universe, and I've had a lot of fun doing that, but I do want to have a series with a more, like, with a more established like world that I build on in each book. But in that world, I was thinking like a really cool concept that I wanted to play with was necromancy, and the idea of like a state that would be okay with necromancy existing and how that would drive the development of technology and like magical technology and stuff. Probably doesn't sound as interesting as it would be on the page. Gotta work on selling ideas. I think I can just go fuck this guy up. I dropped a fat quick save, so if I'm wrong, it's okay. But I'm pretty fucking sure I can just put this guy in the dumpster. Could be wrong. Now, if I have both of these people... Yeah, I mean... After this battle, I'm definitely disbanding this whole bat shit going on. Oh no, I have to keep the Vargeist. That'll be a nightmare if I don't. Yeah. So if I remember correctly, what would the casualties be? Casualties would be nothing I would even be concerned with. Should I just auto-resolve this? I wouldn't even lose a unit? It would be pretty easy to fight it out, because I would just stick Vlad into the battle. Like, I would just put him in and just have him fight everything on his own. Or maybe use the vampire chicks. As long as these units don't get eliminated, it doesn't matter. His quest at some point will require me having 2 or 3 of these, so I need to just hold on to them for that, but yeah. Occupy, because I'm going to keep this stuff. Alright. It's like such a useless trait when you're playing Vlad is like less vampiric attrition. It's like I don't have any anyway. So these guys I'm just going to trash. Because I don't think Vlad actually needs soldiers backing him up. I don't think it really benefits him too much. This is just going to give me some peace of mind, just having this be fortified. Because so much problems. I think what I'm going to do is finish off whatever the other von Carstein is. The pretender to the throne. And then I guess I'll do the classic consolidate over here. And then I'm going to mess with these guys for a little bit. These two. Yeah. That should be good. You know what? The auto-resolve doesn't lie anymore because people got mad. It used to be a progress bar and then you'd be like, oh, who wins? They tell you exactly which units will die in your auto-resolve now. Which is a more fair way to do it if your auto-resolve is going to kind of be pretty janky. So it's still janky, like I think you're implying, but it no longer lies. Ooh, you know what? That's what I need. I need more growth. It's going to be nice. Oh, hey, I can recruit van bitches. Oh, no, I can't. This building's not done. Okay, in one turn I can. So, yeah. Yeah. Now there's no more bar. It just says close victory is the result. Casualties. Oh, I could subjugate. I found a glitch one time where I kept on subjugating and reattacking in the same turn until I was max level, and everyone in the whole map hated me. They were like, you have no honor. You, like, attacked your subject. But it was mine. Is he still around? Or is this just... He is. Wow, I don't know how effective he's going to be. I've got this juicy, juicy trespasser. I think I can reach... Ooh. I think I can reach him, though. Oh, especially if I do that. Let me slap down a fat quick save. And see if I can't just, like, murder this guy, like, right now. No honor amongst vampires. Because Vlad can't move, but she can. Hang on. What do I go for? The hunger. Ever feeling the hunger. It's probably more important that she can heal her other ladies. Yeah. It's probably more important. You need to not die, I think, is the most important thing. However, you, it would be nice if you could murder some things. Two less. Yeah, do that. Yeah, we're declaring war. He's trespassing. I mean, he wasn't trespassing until I won, but now he's trespassing. Oh, it admits that I would win? That's interesting. It usually wouldn't, right? But it does now. Which is kind of cute. It's interesting that the game is somehow aware I would get a heroic victory. Because I would, as it turns out. I don't know if you want to see that. It might be more interesting when I have more vampires. It's up to you if you want to see... I'll leave it to chat. Ugh, auto-resolver. Play this out. It's not going to be a very pretty battle, but... Oh, you know what? This would actually be super annoying, because he wouldn't attack me. He would, like, wait for me to attack him. Ah. He's expendable. Oh, they're not expendable. Man, zombies suck so much. Just literally attacking zombies has such a benefit because you can kill so many of them and then it'll just drop the morale of the whole enemy. Don't worry about misspelling stuff. It's all right. Sometimes I might point it out just because it's like I'm reading it and I think it, you know? But that's just because I spend so much time editing things. I'm just always like reading over stuff and like catching like grammar mistakes. But honestly, when I'm looking at it in a chat window, it's different. When it's like written out in a comment, I see the grammar mistakes, but when it's like in chat, I just sometimes it takes longer to read it and I don't realize why. But it's like, I don't know, I'm just used to playing MMOs and like having to figure out what people are saying in the middle of a fight. So, auto-resolve or play out this epic question mark battle? I think maybe you know, if I think it's actually better if I do this, right? Because this puts me into a position of now I appear weak to the AI because I have not a lot of health. So this could cause them to attack me, which would be very cute. Because it seems like I would be vulnerable at this point, but I'm not. There's not really... I don't know. This is like a tiny trickle for my whole army, but my whole army is like 3 people, so it's not really. Yeah, let's do that. And you grab you one of that, and then let's get you some armor. And you, I don't know. What do we get for you? I feel like there's one of these is like really good for him. Oh, this one's really good. Can't get that yet though. Get the speed. Yeah, melee def. I don't know. Probably want him to be more durable. Yeah, fuck it. If he's in a battle with Isabella, she can just be the one that casts spells. And otherwise, I'll probably still have enough magic to keep him alive himself, because there is a cap on growth, right? I want growth. Probably want growth. Yeah, let's do growth. Okay. So hopefully she gets attacked, and then I can show off my sickest of strats, which is not really. I don't think anyone's going to be super impressed with my creativity, but upkeep minus 50% for all heroes, that is a solid option. I think that's usually what I do, right? Yeah, probably. I think I start with this one all the time for the Isabella shred anyway. So normally, I don't want to say normally, but I have in the past save scummed until I got a good Lamian. But don't even need to. Oh, this is a mod, by the way. This is like changing her to look kind of like Elvira or something. Sweet. Okay. I could always raise dead too if I like was desperate. But I'm pretty sure she can win with just 3 vampires. Would I lose the bats? I would. Alright, I guess we're fighting it out. I have to be careful with this battle. I have to really, like, be aggressive because that guy... Oh, this is going to be such a nightmare. That guy is faster than Vlad, the enemy lord. So he's going to run away. And you think he has regeneration. Let's see. Can I check? I can't. Oh. My mouse came back. So, they have nothing to hit flying units, so I can just kind of go right up front. The stuff in the back, by the way, is nothing but a liability. Because if it dies, Vlad could just die, you know? He could just get upset and die for, like, because his army is getting wiped out. So the less units you have with Vlad early on is honestly better because he's so fucking strong. He doesn't need anything else, but if everything else around him dies, he dies. Because he's, like, he just gets sad. Oh, I could just have these batties, like, pin this guy down. Yeah, so he's gonna cast healing on himself 1,000,000 times and regenerate. And Vlad is, like, not that fast, so... I don't think anything's going to hurt Vlad, though. So Vlad's got 4,000 health. He can just, like, pop out of nowhere. Let me see. Are these guys really... What was their attack? 26? Literally nothing? And literally nothing. Let's, fuck it. I mean, he's in there, so... Might as well try to see if I can keep him from taking any damage. Because the direwolves will be able to hit him, I think. And now they can't. So hopefully they'll die before. I wonder if it's worth trying to swoop the Lord. Drop his morale. Probably not, right? This is probably a stupid idea. Tricking him into casting... Ooh. If I could get him to hit that guy, that would be very nice. What's his melee defense? So, briefly, what the stats do in this game, it's sort of confusing. Melee attack is the chance that you'll hit. Weapon strength is a die, so the base weapon strength is a die, so that's a D130. So that's a 130-sided die, which will be rolled, and then that will be applied to armor, and then armor... Yeah, I think that's how it works. So, but then you have a base of like armor piercing damage that always hits. So, I think that's it. It doesn't explain it anywhere in game, and I saw like a video explaining it. So, if any of that information is not 1,000% accurate, I apologize. So, yeah, this guy's gonna run away again. Yeah, it's just like what? It's just how he fights for some reason, which is effective, right? He's doing what he should, which is win. But it's going to be one of these kind of battles. I think I'll just have him fight the zombies. Oh. Yeah, so Vlad, oh, is he taking damage? He kind of is. Let's see. I guess he's surrounded by zombies, so I'll do one of these. I mean, I guess if I was commanding Vlad, this is exactly what I would... Can I just see his stats? Jesus. Yeah, this is probably exactly what I would do if I was controlling the enemy guy. Just pokey with my batties. You know what? Honestly, the zombies are probably pretty easy to just bully, yeah. They're too slow to really catch them. Okay, nice. Let's get you to attack Mr. Ghoul King. And the Ghoul King is probably going to suffer the same thing I was worried about Vlad suffering, which is like having the army just get wiped out and then becoming sad. Ah, the Lord killed one. Oh, you know what? Let's have him use some of his magic. Capping out on his healing. Maybe use one of these on himself so he can maybe hit more. I think we could probably slap it into regular speed. I don't have to pause quite so much. Let's see. Alright, stab him, Vlad. Stab him. Hey, hang on. How come you guys are fighting in melee? That's not right. Actually, let's get you to charge him, because maybe you can spook him. Oof. Let's get out of there before you get hit back. Alright, Vladdy Daddy. Get him. You guys are getting all up in the fight. Do this one-on-one. Where is he? Oh, this guy's gonna die too quickly for the regen to work. Kill him. Get him. Meanwhile, in Castlevania, Death himself works for Dracula. Dies from depression and abandonment. Didn't know these were Twilight vampires? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you have to avoid too many side characters from dying. I've never actually seen the Twilight movies. My cousin was like super into them. She's a girl, a dumb girl, and she just explained that they sparkle in the sunlight. I think that was on a commercial or something, and I was like, what the fuck? Because I was like excited. I was like, oh, a vampire movie? Awesome. Vampire romance? That could be cool. I like romance. Murder captives. Return captives. Let's murder him. Oh, he is still alive? Man, he's just like begging to be farmed for experience. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this will be quick. It's a quick save, just in case. Oh, they would both die if auto-resolved. Okay, cool. So let's fight this out. And I can show you my master strat. Moo-ooh-ah-ah. Bleh. Wait, have I been playing for an hour and 20 minutes? Really? Let me refresh the stream so I can see how long it's been up. That seems crazy. Is that true? 80 minutes ago. Oh my god, I didn't feel like I was playing for that long at all. I guess like battles are just kind of long. So normally the strat is to go into a corner when you're super overwhelmed, because then wait, no, you don't want water. Water is if you're the opposite, trying to surround someone. That's strong. So, I mean, actually what I could do is hide in the woods. Start, and then... Is there really a reason to do this? I kind of feel like this is just an unnecessary risk. That was very stupid. I shouldn't have done that. I thought about it, realized it was stupid, and then did it anyway. So when you when you overcast, so you do like the area, you do the increased version of it instead of targeting one person, target a group. You run the risk of miscasting and then like hurting yourself with the spell. And I just did that, and it did like a shit ton of damage. So she cannot physically exit the battle with max health anymore, but she could have at some point. So she doesn't have the hunger, so I guess she has to get healed up. But I have a ton of magic, because I think each vampire kind of adds more. Oh, they have cavalry too? That'll be cute. So when you're in the woods as cavalry, you have like less stats. So if you're infantry against cavalry, it makes sense to, you know, go in the woods naturally. What I know from Twilight, I know my statement is... Oh, yeah. I don't actually understand exactly what causes Twilight vampires to die. I watched, like, the Your Movie Sucks, like, watch-along thing, and he was, like... he was just showing them getting, like, smashed and stuff, and, they were, like, you know, made out of ash or whatever it is. I thought that was very strange, where, they were like, what are the vampires even made of? And it's like, typically they're not made out of, like, flesh and bone. So, like, in World of Darkness, they're made out of ash, I think. Something like that. Oh, also do this. Wonderful. Go in regular speed. A 15 minus ability recharge. So I guess I'll wait for this to lapse and this, and then I can activate that and get the most benefit. Oh, they got like separated. Interesting. This is the thing I need the most. Who is over here is getting just like dragged away? Oh, right, she has a spell. I don't know if that's... it's probably not useful at all. Because I would use it, I guess, against these because there's less entities in that unit, but not... that's not enough to be useful. Really, it'd be better if they were in the woods, but they kind of already got carried out, so it's not really gonna benefit me if I try to shove them back in the woods. Isabella. So now they're trapped in the woods with shitty stats, getting chopped up. Let's get them. Oh, they're moving. That's not what's supposed to happen. Boo! No, you guys just like hang out in the trees. Man, the enemy lord must be just like pumping them full of spells. Yeah. What a pain. Exactly what I would do. I mean, if I was controlling him, I would immediately run away as soon as Master Beguilement gets cast. Not try to counter it with like another spell. But fortunately, the AI is not that smart, because that would be really annoying. Oh, all dead. Get him. I think I have enough magic to rationalize using this. So I don't even think I... let's get UI out of here for a minute. Oof. Get him, girls. Any healing spells I could cast? No. Oh. Heroic victory. If your special effect for super speed is just speeding up the film, that's an instant skip for me. Well, excuse me. The original Nosferatu just sped up the film. Gonna skip Nosferatu? Nosferatu's no good because they sped up the film? I don't know. This guy doesn't even respect the classics. The original Fast and Furious, the car sends you into hyperspace? What do you mean? Did they do some kind of effect when they hit the turbo button? Oh, you know, you gotta watch if you want to see a really good like fast speed effect. You gotta see Redline. That movie was really good. It's this like greaser with this like crazy cow. What do you call it? With the crazy like crazy hair that's like it's decisive defeat. What on earth is this? How is this even like, this is so, what am I supposed to do about this? Like, one vampire lord versus the entire army, it just like wins. He probably would win too. This is fighting this is ridiculous. Yeah, the effect in Redline was like super, it was super weird at first, but then like halfway into it I was like, oh, I'm digging this. This is cool. I can't wait for them to do it another time. And the music when they do it is like crazy. I think the song is like Yellow Line or something. Alright. Now, we're going into a puddle because their stats are already so low that he's always going to hit them. Right? Because this guy have like 5 defense. Probably going to hit him. This guy, though, his defense could get lowered by standing in the puddle. So, we stand in the puddle. Especially because they're attacking me. So, stand in the puddle. Hopefully the puddle is big enough. Should be. And then we stack on top of them zombies. Stack a little in front so that the zombies take, maybe he attacks the zombies instead of the skeletons. You can only hope, really. And then get the baddies ready over here. And there we go. And hope this guy doesn't have any like damaging spells. He doesn't. Just super speed, which I hope he wastes. He has Macabre, Vahil's Dance Macabre, and yeah, heal thing. Oh, he can't find us. Spooky, spooky. It just sends you into like, what do they do? Just like have the Do I have any hope of winning this battle? God damn. God damn it. This is obscene. What are the what's the effect of this? Shallow water, small units, difficult to fight in. What is this? Yeah. 80% less melee attack. Oh, did I make a mistake? It's the other way around. I shouldn't be in a puddle if I want to win this. Oh, sorry. Bumped the desk with my knee. Sorry if that was probably very loud. My apologies. Yeah, I fucked up. Well, But let's try again with these guys, I guess. Oh, what if I, like, fight right at the edge of the puddle? Huh? Fuck yeah. How about that? Then he'll have bad stats, and I won't. Probably still won't hit him, though. So. He's too smart. Ah, got hit in the back. Yeah. Yeah, skeletons and zombies suck. It is what it is. I have to, like, watch the Fast and the Furious Nitro scene just to see what you're talking about. Alright. Just sacked it. Which is always good. Better than raising it, anyway. United against us. Sterland has joined the war, invited by vampires in Tempelhof? That is very goofy. Hopefully I think they fixed that in the next game, but, like, it's kind of ridiculous to expect, like, these vampires would invite people to fight the other like, I don't, well, I guess they would, I don't know. It's not that unreasonable, but a lot of those United Against Us things seem like almost entirely random. I guess growth, right? More growth buildings. Yeah. Probably better if I just fight it out. Keep myself from losing too many casualties. I managed to reverse engineer a cartoon punch sound effect. I think the cartoon punch sound effect, at least this is what I've heard, is someone slapping a turkey. Like a thawed turkey. Oh, let me get the unit camera. Oh, I should definitely cast this on him. I think they're the same attack animations. Get him. Hey, buddy. It's funny. He like shakes his head so hard he like slaps the sides of his head with his ears. Hi, buddy. You want to crawl under the desk? Okay. Ah, here we go. We've got Isabella. Isabella. Can I get her to say Isabella? Where's this guy? There we go. I bet she like decapitated that zombie. Oh, do they just come decapitated? No, some of them have heads. I guess some of them might be decapitated at the start. Doof, 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 doof. Cut them up, vampires. It is kind of weird seeing them stab and then have them just like fly. Where's the Lord? Oh, he's all the way over there. You know, I have plenty of magic. I could just have them spirit leech him to death. It's a really powerful single target spell that sometimes is absolutely fucking nothing, like now. Yeah, working as intended, actually. Hilariously. Alright, guys. Can we kill him? So this weapon that she got makes everybody paralyzed for a little bit. It's pretty decent. Saw the nitro scene. Let me look this up. Man. Nitro. See, Fast and Furious. It's so weird the random videos that YouTube will try to push to you when you have like a new account. The Fast and Furious Nitro scenes. Let's see. Oh, he's got a laptop open? Like a cop. It's not exactly like hyperspeed. This is more like what I saw in Redline, where they distort space a little bit. I don't know. Maybe that's what it really does look like. Who are we to say? Right. So let's see what bam bitches we got. Cunning is decent, right? Because poison. Yeah, the ones that get you the items are not really super interesting, but why is this so expensive? Oh, wait, I think when I embed, it'll be free. And I'm recruiting from Eshin, right? Yeah. Oh, you guys want to have your mind blown? Vlad von Carstein is actually von Carstein, because V's are F's in German. Volkswagen is VW. VW. Okay. The dock. He is so tanky, and I don't really know why, because his stats don't really say that he's that tanky. But he's so tanky. Really, that's kind of his job, isn't it? To just be tanky. What should I do? That is such a good ability. That's new, I think. He should have good spells, but I'm not sure if it matters yet. Compared to... I guess it doesn't matter. And then once I'm at like level 8 or something, I'll bank them until 12 so that I can get the good ones right away. And that is going to be important, I think. I'll get you the hunger. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, what? This is different. That's not what that used to do. It used to slow down flying units, didn't it? Oh no, maybe I'm thinking of lightning stuff. Oh, it doesn't show you the passive thing? Weird. Oh, you want to see a cool meteor shower spell? Actually, it doesn't look that cool. I think just because you so rarely get to use it, it seems cooler. This guy's like explosion spells are probably better, actually. As much as I much prefer giant meteors to just explosions that just happen. That looks even less impressive, actually. This tree thing looks super mean, but doesn't do that much damage. Just like plants a tree on top of everybody. Instant tree plant. Get Shrek'd. Yeah, let's get you melee defense now. And then, recruit Miss Elspeth Geltrich, and wait a second, is there something I can do with her? No, I'm thinking of lords. Okay. That way, next turn, the pool will get refreshed. There'll be another one in each of these. So, I can get vampires I actually want. Okay. Perfect. Megumin would be proud. Dude, that is me when I play D&D. Just because I'm like so... Because like you never get to like the higher level stuff. And so if there's ever like a campaign that's like high level, it's like, come on, man. Let me drop a meteor shower. So pay 2,000 to Humble Warlock. Well, that's nice of him. Don't want to cheat anyone. I think got plenty of got plenty of money, I guess, but it's not actually money. It's like something else. I guess do that. Get some more melee defense. Slap down a fat quick save. Can I get Isabella? Can I get her to say Isabella, first of all? Actually, why is the ambient noise so loud? Really, we should have sound, speech. Let's lower effects a little bit. You know what? Music? Not that important either. Interface. Let's relax with that too. That was pretty fucking loud. Does she just say it in battle, or she goes Isabella? I cannot even hear her. Okay. Okay, so let's make this like just barely audible. Lower effects. Lower the music down. Speech as high as it goes. Now she's like whispering. I don't know. Let's see. Cunning. Delphina. We kind of have a she's cunning, right? I don't know how much benefit you really get out of like multiple people with poison. I guess if you're all surrounded, it's certainly nice. Tough is gonna be nice because that's just another person who just will be less likely to die, which is very nice to have reliable, not dead people. Having dead units is not nice. You know what? Might as well grab one more cunning. Why not? What I really, really need is someone who has like that extra aura of leadership. As lame of an ability as that is, it will actually make a big difference in keeping everyone alive. Because crumbling ends up being such a problem when you're so strong and you're getting like attacked by so many enemies, like just depression sets in and kills them. Yeah, I always go for these first because it's just better to not have them die. And boy, do they want to die sometimes. A Pyrrhic victory. That is, quite frankly, preposterous. If only Redan came with the Meteor. Yeah. Yeah. No, I would just go for more meteors. Big meteors, lots of meteors. Ugh. In the story that I'm working on now, not story, it's a book. I'm so used to working at short stories. In that, it's been pretty cool to play around with meteors as like a normal spell. Like it, well, I get. Oops. It's been kind of fun to mess around with that and like the different variants. Because that kind of magic feels maybe more normal not being in the main character's hands. But, yeah. I don't think I'm explaining it very well, but... I think... So, I don't know. Something about, like, having a world that I would, like... maybe be using for a whole series. I would want... They don't have any big units, do it? Oh, I guess they do, so let's get in the forest. Forest fun times, yay. But a world that I would want to be utilizing for like a series, I think, you know, magic involving meteors just doesn't really feel super congruous with like other schools of magic. If that makes sense. Like, it feels like it couldn't just be a tiny part of the universe. It feels like it would become very significant. But at the same time, it would only be useful in, like, a war scenario. And I don't really see... I don't see myself focusing on, like, war in the larger fantasy series. And so I don't kind of see much room for meteor showers kind of being a thing. Whereas this plot that I have dealing with orcs, meteor showers feel like a supernatural sort of solution to it. It feels very much like... I'm so bad at, like, explaining that stuff. But, like, pitching the... Oh, that's right, I am attacking, so they're not going to approach me in the woods. Yeah, I'm so bad at, like, doing the pitching thing, but it sort of makes sense, I swear. Yes, batty batties, attack me. I think it's just like... They even have, like, a lot of attack. Oh, they do have a lot of attack. What? Why do they have so much... they have something cast on them? Their defense is ridiculously high. I don't understand. I guess I should be beguiling them to make them less dangerous. You want some dire wolves? Let's get them. Ooh, he's getting hurt. Wonder how. Ah, enemy lord. Right? No? Oh yeah, he's there. But yeah, it's been really fun to kind of conceptualize how having meteor showers as like spells would change like the sort of landscape of not literally the landscape, but you know how it would change sort of society and metaphors and values would maybe relate a little bit more to you know, space concepts. More like the vernacular would be more affected by it than, let's say, like a standard medieval setting. Hey, I can show off Penumbral Pendulum at a horribly inefficient cost, but it still looks cool. Alright, let's see. Take away the UI. Ready for this? Oof. Beguile you, do one of these, and I probably have enough people that need healing to justify this. Oh, I don't actually, but hey, no miscast. Woo. See, look, she's got full health, but her courage is like failing her. Question: how do you rule Meteor Shower underground? Just a space portal opening or something else? Honestly, if someone is level 20 and they have Meteor Shower and they have an opportunity to use it, I don't know if I could even, like, ever fault them for wanting to cast it. If I was ruling it, if someone was casting it underground, let's say you're like in, it depends what the underground is like, right? So let's say you're in a giant cavern and you know, like Dragon Age, where there's those like dwarven cities. I would say there's like a big crack. I would say they slam their staff down on the stone floor, and there's like a big, like, I don't know, like a big clack sound of the. I guess I would have to know what kind of staff they have or what they're casting with. Let's say it's like a metal staff. It's like a big, like, clack against the ground. It echoes across the cave walls. Then you see, you know, I would probably stutter less if I was in the mood of, like, DMing, right? A beam of light, almost like a just enough light to cast a little bit of a shadow in the darkness of the cave, and then it hits the ceiling, and there's just a rift, a crack, a volcanic spiderwebbing crack out from the ceiling, and then the whole ceiling just shifts, and everything just kind of swirls in space for a moment, and then I would have them pick where they want their meteor shower to land. and then just describe it as like, you know, I don't know, a river of stone just like machine gunning the ground or something. I don't know. I'd make it reasonable, right? Because if you're underground, you have the whole ceiling to just rip out chunks from. It almost makes more sense underground than like someone casting a spell and then drawing it from outer space. So, but I would try to bend reality to make it make sense for them to cast the spell rather than try and impose realism on it. There obviously there's certain stuff where I would hold there's certain stuff where I would hold realism kind of more important. Like in general, I find it kind of annoying when people are employing any kind of concept that is easy to forget about that they then want to affect like things. So like if they have a mount or they have a thing, especially pets or mounts, where they don't even they forget that they have them themselves, and then they're like, oh well, what was my creature doing this whole time? And it's like, it's dead, it's gone, you forgot about it, it no longer exists. It's like jeez, he's really getting beat up over here. Who's he even fighting? Zombies? And it's just one of those classic cases where if you watch what's actually happening in the fight, he is undoubtedly fighting the zombies right now instead of the guy who's damaging him. Yeah. So you really need to like hover over him and constantly be re-clicking for him to fight the Lord. He could definitely catch this guy too. He definitely moves faster, so there's no reason for me to be letting him get bogged down in the zombies. Could even cast to go faster. I guess I'll do the Black Knights then, since he's about to disintegrate. It's been for fucking ever since I have DM'd, though. It's just hard to get people to get their shit together to, like, play. Be nice, though. Because I think, like, everybody who... Maybe not everybody, but I'm always, like, bubbling over with, like, concepts for stuff. So I find short stories to be a great, like, outlet for that. Because there's sort of... You can just sort of get that idea out. With a much less of a commitment than, like, writing a whole nother book. And if you just resist from, like, expressing that creativity, I've found, anyway, it just, like, is detrimental to, like, being creative. Like, if I'm working on a project, I have actually found that it makes more sense to just write a short story with this other concept and let yourself be distracted for a couple hours than it does to just hold it in and try to extra focus on what you're supposed to be doing. But, because I feel like the more you create, the more creative energy you inspire. But then at the same time, there's only so many, like, there's only so much energy to not creative energy, but just, like, energy to put stuff on a page. So that's another factor to pay attention to, I guess. Level 6. I guess I should grab these boys. Maybe? Yeah. Probably. Casualties low. I'll take it. I guess it just feels less natural because it's feels like a targeted natural disaster instead of feeling like something coming out of the caster themselves. Yeah, with Meteor Shower. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, Meteor Shower in general is a weird kind of spell. Maybe just because we understand that meteors come from space. But in a medieval mindset, maybe it wouldn't have been. Not that, like, Meteor Shower is a historical concept. Or it could be, I don't know. But, I mean, if you think about, could a druid cast Hurricane indoors? Probably. It's a big enough room. I mean, you could be like Gary Gygax and, like, impose some kind of limitation on it. Like, when he had people cast Fireball indoors, he ruled that because the cave was too small, Fireball would fill up the cave and, like, burn you. So, like, if you cast in a 5 foot wide tunnel, if you cast a fireball, the fire would stretch out those to fill up the full volume of the spell. Which is, like, cute, but also people could definitely abuse that. I mean, I guess it's not abuse if you're just taking the rules set out for you and, like, adapting to them to utilize them. It's kind of just like playing the game. But yeah, so in this book I'm working on, her. Man, I'm so close to finishing it. It's so exciting. I'm, like, talking to artists and shit. I gotta figure out what I want on the cover. Most of the book takes place in this, like, sort of epic scale valley, and I'm thinking maybe I want to just have that be what the cover is. Maybe have this, like, epic valley as, like, this is where they're going on the adventure, and then have in the foreground the hero with just like a colored silhouette, sort of just enough to, like, just enough to kind of give you an idea what the hero looks like, and kind of, like, show that he's sort of strong and interesting to follow. And I did something different than, like, typical with, like, orcs, and I didn't make them I made them extra stupid, kind of in the same vein as, like, Fire and Ice, like the Frank Frazetta movie Fire and Ice, where there's sort of those kind of, like, almost Neanderthal-esque sort of creatures, where they're... Because I feel like so often when you get fantasy races, they go humans plus, right? They just take humans and they give them everything that humans have, and then they add things to make them better than humans. And then they'll build themselves into a hole where then they have to go, but humans are resilient, or whatever, like, random trait some sort of nebulous trait they give to humans. When you look at humans in nature and how they're better than animals around them, it's not just thumbs and being smart. It's like a bunch of other things. But I reworked how orcs like, reproduce. Like, I made them... Well, I guess that's kind of giving away the later on stuff. But I sort of made them a whole different sort of life form. And I didn't just play by what would biologically make sense, I threw in like magical concepts because it's fantasy. It doesn't have to, you know, I don't have to be able to explain it with math. So, you know, but I made them like super stupid and had them still be a threat because I feel like when I saw like 28 Days Later, I thought it was a failure of the writers to be able to make zombies scary while keeping them slow. So they changed them in order to try and make them like other things in order to make them scary. And I just felt like if they were better at making that movie, they could make a scary zombie that was slow. A genuinely scary zombie that's slow. Just having to do with like pacing and stuff. And maybe I am incorrect. But I don't know, I just thought, oh, I can actually get them to, okay, so let's get Isabella here and then pile her up with some man bitches. Let's see what our new roles are. I would check now, but it's going to switch me over to her as soon as he... Alright, let's see. Disciplined. Oh, Disciplined is nice too. Maybe I should get that. Yeah, because if I keep on just like re-rolling, I'm probably never going to get the one I want. But this is actually pretty solid. Leadership +2 in Army. I don't think it stacks, so it's good to at least have one of these. So I'll grab that. So that adds, yeah. It's just a nice thing to have. It's just one of those bonuses. It's +2 leadership. Because I was looking for the one that has the better leadership aura, but that's also a good one to grab. So, all right. So this should clean up the last of Tempelhof. I think I can safely auto-resolve that. Cool. Cool. What a German name. Ulrich Jaeger. Okay, trash that. Upgrade that. Let's get extra growth. Oh, I forgot about... I didn't see this one. It was covered up with the enemy... Oh no, I just recruited them. I'm stupid. Yeah. But yeah, I endeavored to make the orcs still dangerous while making them extra stupid, rather than just make them basically smart as people, able to create tools and, you know, everything else, but then be stronger. Like, it always like annoys me when like Wizards of the Coast would be like, oh yeah, orc mage, this, that, and it's like, so what are these, just like skins you download? Like, these should be their own things functioning differently. And I admit it is difficult to like have races be unique, especially when you have a lot of them, but it's just I always find it like weird what people will like attribute to different like races and stuff, because it's like people will take for granted that dwarves are better craftsmen than humans, but then it's like in reality humans got guns, you know, we have like computers and stuff. So it's kind of hard to imagine that this other race would like be more advanced, and then like dwarves, it became somehow normal for dwarves to get guns in fantasy and humans to not figure it out, and then like guns to be like a dwarven invention. It always felt so strange. Like I was describing, so there was like a siege. I can't remember what civilizations were involved, but it was like, you know, in antiquity, it was like, you know, Greco-Roman era. They're sieging a city. The enemy has a big stone wall. They're attacking the city. So they construct like a movable wall, and they use it to just pile dirt in a giant mound in front of the wall and build a ramp to walk over the wall. And as they're building it, the enemy side, the people in the fortress, demolish a circular section of their wall to go out and steal dirt from their mound outside the wall, carry it inside in pails, and then pile it on top of their wall to make a taller wall using the dirt so that they'll be taller than their mound. And when I told that to, like, my D&D group before the game, this one guy was like, oh, that's such a gnomish thing to do. And it's like, that's a human thing to do. Humans did it. And he's like thinking about it. I was like, I guess. It's like, yeah, those were humans. That's a historical story that happened. It's just weird. It happens a lot more in sci-fi, I think, where it's just like, it's just a human with makeup is like typically what you get. But it definitely happens in fantasy too. And then there's like, yeah, there's also like the weird stuff where they're like, there's like the weird stuff where they're like, oh, well, if you don't think that orcs should be wizards, then you're racist. It's like, okay. I mean, this is a game where you literally pick a race and then get bonuses based on your race, so, okay. That's probably important, yeah. I think everybody just needs Grave Ward, or the Hunger and Grave Ward. Arrows kill these guys so bad. I haven't had to deal with any yet, because vampires can't have projectiles, but I could see that becoming a problem pretty quickly. Alright, cool. So I'm at the max of vampires, right? Yeah. So I need to now upgrade this building up to this before I can get more vampires, right? So it's going to be quite a while because I need to get vampires. Yeah, that increased the capacity by 1. It's pretty rough. Oh, shit. There is a thing I should be doing with technology. What do I need? I need Lord start higher rank. Lord recruit rank +2? Is that going to be enough? Let me see. Oh, I need more. I know what I need. I need this one. No, this one? Lord recruit rank +1 faction wide. So I need to get enough of those +2. So what is it? Children of the Night. Rank 1. So it's 1, 2, 3. So I need one. I need to max out one city to get the Necromancer's Tower. That will let me create, every turn I can create a new lord and then level them up and disband them. And I would just level them up to get this ability, hero capacity for vampires +1. So my goal is this one, plus just naturally leveling at my settlement. So now I have the choice of whether to go after these guys, humans, dwarves over here, but I can't, living in these places is not very beneficial, or beating up the random goblins that are over here. Oh, that's right, I have like rat people living here, so I should kill them many times. And then I can figure out what to do after that, I suppose. Or maybe I should go pacify these guys, just like beat them up and leave. I'll do that, yeah. Once I get, once I pile in this last lady. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like a waste to have other races be too similar to humans, because then you take away the uniqueness that humans have by just making every other race exactly like humans but better. And you know, call me crazy, but yeah, give them, I'll be nice. It doesn't matter either way. I don't have any agents. Oh, I could have agents though, couldn't I? That's another strategy you can do to get a lot of blood kisses. So you get a blood kiss by assassinating an enemy hero or killing an enemy lord. So if you just send a hero around to go murder people, you can actually do some good work getting blood kisses. I think I'd rather do that with necromancers, though. Because vampires are too valuable to this faction to waste on that. Oh, you know what I could do? I could be an ambushy boy. Because they might just come and attack if they think it's undefended. Let me just go into ambush. And do the same with her. Let's see. Cool. Out of curiosity, am I missing out on anything good? No, I already have one. It probably doesn't stack. Yeah, no, that one sucks. Cool. And this. Fort Obersteier. Oh, that's like right on the edge. It should really have some kind of defensive thing. And it can, soon. Charnel Pit? Yeah, Charnel Pit. So blood kisses, a blood kiss is like a term for someone being converted to vampirism. So, I don't know. It's a, yeah, I think it's just that they couldn't think of a term, and they just took that. Because really it doesn't make sense. You're killing the enemy lord. You're not turning them into a vampire that you can use. So. And then you're spending the resource to awaken ancient vampires from, like, barrows. This was a super cool update they did for vampires. I was quite happy. Alright, so... these guys won't accept peace, will they? Well, I don't know if I want to... I think I want to play Spartan and just, like, not take too much enemy territory. Oh, I can just, like, bully them at the moot, right? What do you have as a garrison? Shit all for garrison. Let me just bully you. Close victory? Ah, ridiculous. You just thought they were collecting smooches? Mm-hmm. Just gotta collect more smooches. I gotta get a kiss from this guy. A nice mustachy kiss. Only then can I awaken the ancient vampires. Already they're turning around. They're like, oh, this isn't gonna go good. Oh, they actually decided to shoot. Oof, city. Jesus. Let's get these guys involved. They're gonna run through their own troops and then just... I'll get them. Keep the spearmen from hurting them too much. Oof, that was a nice charge. Get him. Yeah, you better fix these guys up. Getting mega fucked up. Yeah, can we just pull you guys out? It seems like a terrible idea. Don't get wiped out in 2 seconds. God damn it. Guys, you're big monsters. Come on. Don't be pussies. Oh, they're terror routing. That's exciting. Alright, you guys get out of here. Vlad can handle this all on his own. Genuinely, he can. From here, now that... I mean, it's already... He already took the big brunt of, like, crossbow fire. Oh, guys. Don't get distracted by infantry. You've got to kill crossbowmen. Just fight. Do you have range to heal them? Oh, you do. Holy shit. Nice. So if you can just... if these guys can just chase them out, that's an easy victory. Oh yeah, you know what? Maybe they're just like... you know, squeezing out all the juice from the really powerful people. So this symbol means that they're broken completely. They're not going to come back in. Which is A-okay with me. Oh man, they're not doing smart things. They're like moving away from their spearmen. Get him. Spearmen are really doing a weird thing. They're not just like rushing into them. Get him. Alright. Can get into the air and then pounce if they're naughty and don't flee the field. I'm sure they're gonna rally. They always do. I need enhanced persuasion to keep them out of this fight. What is that? Oh, that was someone getting resurrected. It looked like someone was dying. That big light. Oh, no, you should keep on fighting where you are. They can come to you. You guys better leave. I will be very... You know what? I don't trust you to leave. I'm gonna make sure you leave. Yeah, just using powerful people as a like in a lemon squeezer. Just squeeze out all their prestige. I feel like if I was one of these soldiers, I'd feel like I had a good chance. Because he's just a guy, right? I mean, I guess he's not just a guy. That's like something that the enemies say in like James Bond games. Is like, he's just one man. You're like, yeah, I'm winning. I don't know why he's getting beat up so bad. It's like pathetic. Melee attack 20, but there's still like keeping him from going back up to full. Is there anyone that would... The swordsman? Could they be... I just reduced their attack, so I don't even know what they would be. Well, he'll eventually win. He always does. His health seems to be going up now. He's got 2,000 more. Yeah. It's not going up consistently, though. Okay, now he's down below 4,000 again. Maybe I should have these guys fly really close because they do terror. Yeah, I think it causes more morale loss. Yep. Little charge. Just push him over the edge. Okay. Yeah. It's like, yeah, whenever you see, like, the general doing the anime Last Stand, yeah, I always thought that was kind of funny whenever there's, like, an anime that has, like, generals, they always have the general be, like, the strongest person in the army, but, like, in reality, they would just be kind of the same as everybody else, or worse. Like, the general would probably have a very prestigious bodyguard, but the general himself would probably not be any more capable. Like, there's specific characters in history that were known to be really potent fighters, like Vlad the Impaler, for example. Like, he was said to be really deadly on the battlefield. Oh, I don't want this settlement. Yeah, just sack it. I don't want ogre mercenaries. Ew. Can I attack them? I guess not. You. What does it take for you to reach Needling? Takes 2 turns. So, will you now accept peace? Yes, my hand hovers close to my blade. Let's take the ambush, 25%. Maybe they'll come over and try to beat me up. And then I can get an ambush off. That would be fun. It's probably just... Oh, I can't get a defensive building. I could get this one, but... it's just not... I don't think that matters that much. Man, the change to the blacksmith for Bretonnia was really cool. Gives a faction-wide armor bonus. Really cool. Makes expanding with Bretonnia finally feel like it's worth it. You can stack a bunch of those bonuses. Yeah. This isn't bad for them to have. It's like just toggleable like regeneration. That helps at like the start of a battle when you start with like people a little wounded. Maybe I'll go for that. Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to choose what to get in the mid levels for the vampires. I know what to get in general, like overall, and I know what to get right away, but yeah, in this game it's more like the first scene in Lord of the Rings where Sauron is just blasting everybody. Yeah, that's like every character just blasts people. Is it worth playing this out? I'm gonna say if I don't lose anybody, no. Yeah, that's much more enjoyable because they have so many like shooting cavalry guys. You'd have to just literally wait until they run out of ammo before being able to kill them. Especially since I have no like summonable troops. Okay, now do you want peace? Okay. If you insist. Countess of Sylvania. Yeah, she just needs more survivability. She's a little squish. Not any more than her ladies, but yeah. Let's do that. Start picking up Immortal Will on some people. Yeah. Yeah. Just in case. Decisive. Oh, I can't have people die. That'd be ridiculous. Yeah. Fighting it out. That's the other reason that like fantasy is a little more interesting than just straight history, because fantasy, you can have a general be like way stronger than the rest of the army. You can like you can sort of tell history better with fantasy. I don't know, maybe not better, but you can sort of, in a way, it's almost like the perfect way to do history is just, you know what? I am gonna risk it. Fuck, she overcast. Where's the person that has the, yeah. Oh, she's so fast. What's her speed? 40 compared to 38? Wow, that's... Oh, no, she started running because she cast a spell. Got it. Normally it makes you start walking, but I guess because I commanded them to walk, they were confused. Probably already full, yeah. That's okay. I think I have enough magic to just kind of top them off before the fight. Unfortunately, I don't have anything to... I don't have summoning spells yet, so I can't just summon skeletons or zombies right on top of their archers. Which would normally be how I would deal with this. Victory is in our grasp. I haven't done anything. But I think how it's gonna have to be is I just have to walk in and get hit. Maybe I can snag them before... Oh, you know what I could... Wait, yeah. Do I have... Oh, I do. Okay, so maybe I can prevent them from shooting too much by just hitting them with a pendulum to distract them. Is that going to hit? I can limit how much they shoot, I think, by just knocking them all over. Oh my god, look how many died. Holy shit. Why'd that happen to them? I wasn't even... I thought... Oh, okay. I guess just timing or whatever. Isabella. Oh man, super short on magic now. How much does that cost? It's probably like super over... Oh, 13. Jeez. No spells to cast, might as well just watch the show. Oh, you see the flips? Yeah. Flips. Woo. Sick moves. Yeah, retreat. Bunch of nerds. Right on the cusp of winning too, and then some of them are rallying. It's tough because you can't chase them out. That's why I like to go to the back corner, because as soon as they start to run, they leave the field. So then you get the you get the victory secured. Do I have any hope of regenerating this? 1 per 57 seconds, and I need 5. Oof. I have no ability to recharge that any faster. 3, so I'd need 2 more minutes. I don't know, do I have 2 minutes? I don't... Normally you have like an ability to recharge it faster, but ooh, I might have time. You're in luck, Parata Van Hel. You've never seen someone do the anime protagonist strategy in this game? Well, buckle up, because that is basically exactly my vampire strategy. Is just use Vlad to be super OP. Yeah. Yeah, when I was writing Treading Water, I had a lot of time in the edits and stuff to be really sure that I was happy with the book. And now that I'm doing a book in less time, I'm like worried that I won't be as happy with it, which will bother me because it's fantasy. But I think also the first time writing a novel was very difficult because I was really struggling with the structure of the novel. Coming from just writing short stories. So really, a lot of writing it was learning how to write a book. And I'm not sure exactly how much of that time was that, but I also had to fix a lot of like, it's like chapter structure, just like the orders of chapters and like progressions of emotions and stuff. And also, I think I'm just so much more used to calculating a romance as part of a story and not the story. And I think I'm so much more at home with fantasy. I don't know. I don't want this base. So I don't know, I'm just gonna raise it. They don't want peace. It's their fucking problem. I mean, if you don't want peace, I'll just raise the moot too. Give myself even more room. Actually, I could just keep on sacking it, right? But no, I think I'm just gonna... What do I do? Because I don't want to capture it. I don't want to just expand like crazy and just be my own doom. It's so annoying that they won't just accept peace when they're like obviously losing, and I don't want their I don't want to take their territory. It's just like, because I would also like to extend my corruption into this area. So raising it would clear all the corruption. So it's like, I don't know. Just sack it, I guess. Oh, cool, level 9. So that's, what is it? Lore Master Vampires? Yeah. And then I'll just save my level ups for this line. Fort Oberstyre. This one is just going to need a wall. That's kind of how it is. I kind of feel like maybe I should get rid of this resource building and just go for... Just go for another one of the charnel pits. More growth. Yeah, fuck it, I'll do that. Do Waldenhof. Even though it's farther away, it's better if I upgrade this first so I can get a wall quicker. Because I don't have any enemies over here yet. And these guys are a little far. Research. Income from cities sounds nice. But I'm trying to get here as fast as possible. Growth would also help. Nah, I don't need the money. I just need... Yeah. Just more corruption would be nice. Adam Jensen, Death and Taxes. Something Confucius. I do not understand. Although I know Adam Jensen is Deus Ex's new protagonist. Yeah, the power of friendship. And vampirism. Usually what I do for Vlad is just have Vlad basically be solo. Although having these guys tag along has been pretty nice. This is the first time I've had enough foresight to remember that his quest... Oh, I have to capture and occupy Essen? I didn't know that. I don't want to capture and occupy Essen. His quest line is like, just play around here. And what would be really cool is to go here-ish. Ooh, can I like ping the map? Is it enter? Oh, that's end turn. What is ping the map? Oh, did I make it 0? How do I do it? It can't be just a... Oh god, am I thinking of Stellaris? No, Stellaris has no pinging thing. It doesn't work at all. What? I forget what I made it. Although, wait a second. Maybe there isn't pinging because I don't see the draw on the map feature. Is that normal? Is there not normally a draw on the map feature in single player? I thought there was. I remember thinking it was odd. Alright. Oh, I have to capture and occupy Essen? So I would have to take it from the orcs now, which doesn't bother me. Alright, let's get moving, girls. Girl power. Woo! Maybe I should be saving up for spells, not getting Immortal Will. Ah, fuck it. We'll get Immortal Will and then we'll go spells. I already started with a bunch of people. Make it all uniform. Immortal Will. Alright, and then the Hunger is going to be good. And then Grave Ward, and then spells. Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, so get that. Cool. So what do we get? We get this thing. Cool. Waldenhof is in progress. Ooh. Very exciting. I don't know. What do I do? I know you're always starved for like building slots later, but growth is going to be important. Vlad's Vampires, a weird reboot of Charlie's Angels. I would watch the fuck out of that. If it was good, right? I guess that goes for anything, but if it was like well executed, that could be pretty interesting. There's a mission where you have to recite some dramatic quote like that as a password. The other two dialogue options are to just demand the information or just half-ass the quote. Oh, in that must be in Mankind Divided. I played Human Revolution and then I started Mankind Divided and then I don't know, I just didn't keep on playing it. It's one of those things where like I don't know. It's because the game is so story driven, it is hard for me to pick up a game that has missions that like I have to commit to choices in, and I can't like I'm making permanent choices and I'm watching cutscenes that I won't be able to rewatch. I have difficulty picking up a game and just starting it and doing that. It feels like it takes a lot of energy, whereas a game like this or anything where you can grind and do things over and over again, I feel like you can just... Oh, it is Human Revolution? But yeah, a game like this where you can just pick it up and grind, I feel like you can just, you know, pick it up, start playing, and then, like, get into the groove of it, and it's like, you know what, I would like to do the main mission. So, yeah. I am having fun. I feel like my chat brain is starting to fail me, and my rambling brain is definitely failing me. Because I'm definitely not... There's definitely not the amount of passion I feel behind these concepts from my my upcoming book is not coming out of my mouth. So my rambling brain is definitely heavily fatigued. And while I am having fun, I should get back to editing, because I've been streaming for like 3 hours. I think what I want to do is tomorrow night start streaming earlier, maybe? My parents have COVID, so they've been like staying away from me and like kind of not making a lot of noise, so I could conceivably stream like way earlier. But I don't know, like I feel like most people kind of roll in around like the dead of night. So maybe tomorrow. Oh man, what if I had a stream schedule? That would be fucking straight whacker. Ooh, I can upgrade a thing. Warm fuzzies. Pavlovian warm fuzzies. Okay, well, let's quick save. Quick save is the best save because you can hit continue from the launcher and it'll continue off of a quick save and no other kind of save. Oh, auto saves too, but not hard saves. Hard saves are a boo. Anyway, I should get back to work. I guess this is also work, but I should get back to editing. I want to have it done by the end of... Oh my god, it's the 21st? Jeez, when I was like... When I saw it was the 18th and I was like, oh man, this is going to be done by the end of the month, it felt very true. Now I'm like at the 21st and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Totally vampires. Like that's such a weird show because I was like, do you remember that show that was like had spies and they all wore like jumpsuits and Trisha didn't know what I was talking about and I was like, man, you don't know what I'm talking about? And then she was like, oh, it was totally spies, and I was like, how am I supposed to remember the name of that? Like, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I guess if you guys want to see it, we can continue this campaign tomorrow night. Oh, we do need new good vampire content. It is sadly lacking in the world. Ooh, I'll do the ending soon. Anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I gotta get back to work on... Oh, I haven't actually, like... I gotta decide exactly what the title is gonna be, but anyway, I gotta get back to work on my next, my upcoming book. And the comic, which does have a name. I don't know if we've announced the name, but yeah. Probably work on that too. So that's a different kind of editing. That's line editing now, not developmental. Anyway, thanks so much for hanging out. I'll catch you guys.